The sky is gray and the light is far.
Hi, I'm Pete Manny. I'm the conference director for Campus Crusade for Christ, and this year we're working on Radiate 07. And right next to me here is Phil Wickham, our special guest artist that we're going to have this year at our conference. We're in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania tonight at the Electric Factory. Phil is opening up for David Crowder, and the Myriad is with us as well. So Phil, why don't you just share a little bit where you're from and how you got in this whole music thing?
Yeah, well, I was born and raised in Southern California. I'm from San Diego, and I started leading worship when I was 12 years old. I kind of knew a little bit about it because my parents were both worship leaders growing up, but I just started playing guitar when I was in junior high, and my youth pastor said, hey, can you help us lead worship? And ever since then, I've loved writing songs that people could sing, loved writing songs that focused people on God, and maybe created a moment that facilitated an encounter with God. And so I kind of grew up over the next decade playing and singing and getting more and more opportunities, and now I find myself super honored to be on a David Crowder tour and other tours, and just leading people in worship, and super excited about Radiate 07, and it's happening this December.
Awesome. Have you been in Washington, D.C. before? Have you ever played music?
Yeah, I've come. I was on a Mercy Me tour that came through, but I didn't get much time to look around, and so this we're going to Washington D.C. again. I think we're playing at the 9:30 Club. Is that something in Washington D.C. or do you not know?
Sounds good.
Oh, okay. I think we're playing somewhere there. So this tour, we've had a lot of time to really get to know the cities a little more. Like today in Philadelphia, I got to walk around and went through Chinatown and found Independence Hall, and so it's been a cool tour.
What is one of the hardest things about being on the road?
I think, it's kind of the obvious thing, but you miss friends, you miss family, you miss being able to call up someone and be like, hey, let's go get some coffee, and and not have to play a song, and not have to, not that doing an interview is bad, I like them, but not have to do an interview, just like hanging out. I mean, that's what I miss the most.
Yeah, normal life.
Yeah, normal life, for sure. The things
right.
I think people take for granted,
Okay. How long have you been writing music?
I started writing actually before I could even play guitar. I love putting words together and getting a thought out with lyrics and melodies, and so when I started playing guitar, that became a really cool outlet for me to start writing and getting my emotions out and getting out what I wanted to say. So ever since I was like 12, I really started writing.
The song Divine Romance, the Bridge Band, that is our worship band that's going to be with us. I've heard them play this song before.
Yeah.
Well, can you tell us a little bit about how you wrote that song and what that exactly means, Divine Romance?
Yeah, that song kind of came out of something a little different. Usually when I write songs, I'll lay out a piece of paper and get my guitar and sometimes just lock myself in a spot just until I finish it, really bleed over the lyrics and just really pour over them and want to say exactly what I want to say. But there's some songs that I'll give I hear a lot, like when Christian bands say this is a song the Lord gave me, but I don't say that too fast, too quickly about my songs. I don't want to blame my songs all on God, because I don't think they're all that great. But this song, I really feel like He did give me that song, Divine Romance, and not because it's some amazing, profound song, but because it's a song that the Lord has given me to speak to me about things about Himself, His love, His grace, just the fact that He's a relational God. He wants to know me. And I remember when I listened to that song first recorded, because I recorded it this one play, I wrote it in like 10 minutes during the sound check, and so I'm like, hey, can you record me singing this live so I don't forget it? And then I threw the recording in the back of my car and found it a couple of weeks later and put it in my CD player and just had this incredible encounter with God. And this is why I say that I feel like the Lord gave me this song was not to be able to play in front of people, even though I do, and not to be able necessarily to put on CDs, even though I have, but for Him to teach me something about His love. And especially at the end of that chorus, it says, I lift my heart and my hands to show my love. And I felt like this whole time, like listening to this song and hearing the Spirit of God speak to my heart, saying, Phil, I need you to remember how much I love you, and just till you say that you lift your heart and your hands to me in worship, I say that same thing to you first, but not in worship, in sacrifice. And I just remember getting this intense picture of Jesus with His arms open and His heart just pouring out for all of the humanity, just with this free gift of salvation and this sacrifice. And I remember feeling so guilty at first and so ashamed of the fact that I could even know God, or I was taking advantage of His grace. But ultimately He just said, Phil, remember how much I love you, and the joy that was set and then that verse where it says, for the joy that was set before me, I endured the cross for the joy that was set before Him. And He said, Phil, that joy is you, and church, that joy is you, people who have been redeemed by my blood and can be like how you're always meant to be, like how I created Adam and Eve to be, to walk in the garden and to commune with me and to talk with me. And so that's ultimately what it means. It just means this relationship that we can share with the Father, with God, through what His Son Jesus Christ did for us on the cross, and how He's constantly drawing us in with His love.
Tell me a little bit about your jacket here. This,
Oh, you like
what's
this?
the story behind this jacket?
I actually
Makes a lot of noise.
I know. Sorry, it's because it's real leather.
Yeah.
But I got it for cheap. Oh, I remember I was in LA and I was looking for. Well, me and I don't know if I should say it, but me and my girlfriend, we were. I wanted to find. This might sound a little weird, but I always like to get like my one jacket. See you later, Joe. I always want to get my one jacket for the season. You know, this sounds a little weird, but like I want to get something I'm really excited about for like the winter, and I didn't really have anything, and so we just looked all over LA because I was playing at the Wiltern on this tour, which is like this amazing venue in LA, but that has nothing to do with the jacket because I didn't wear the jacket or anything. But anyways, we went to all these shops, and all these amazing jackets were so expensive. And I went to H&M. Are you familiar with it? You have that out here?
Oh yeah.
And they had this other jacket hanging up, and it was a lot cheaper than everything else I'd find. So I bought it. It does make some noise. But,
I also hope you're gonna tell me you found it like in this thrift shop.
I wish I did.
Like, Orange County somewhere.
No, it's.
No?
I'm sorry. I found it at the Beverly Center in LA.
Well, I'll keep my eye out next time I'm at H&M.
I know you should get one. Do you want to try it on?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
Well, thanks everybody for tuning into
You're not gonna
Radiate07.com.
steal this, are you?
No.
Jeez.
Yeah, and
We're kind of similar sizes here too.
it's true, man. There we go.
See, that looks hot. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Phil Wickham just said I look hot, so what more could you want?
I mean, in a very manly kind of like.
That's right.
You look good.
That's right.
You should go chop some wood kind of way.
Yeah, word. You should check back in the info page at Radiate07.com for more updates, and you never know who we're going to be interviewing next. Thanks. See ya.